Can you guys hear me out there? I'm starting a little early. I don't know if we're going to get Blue Kool-Aid. He had a storm wipe out his power. So we're just kind of doing a... Hopefully I can... might turn this stream off for a moment while I get him hooked up. Can you guys hear me? I don't know if I have any sound feedback. Oh, sounds good? Cool. Hey, all right. I'm going to... I know I'm starting early, and we may or may not have Blue Kool-Aid. So he, again, had his power taken out, and he's going to his parents' house or somewhere to hope to connect up there. So we good? Maybe I have to turn up the mic here. The Rock, Patrick, how y'all doing? Hopkinson. Cool. It's been a long time since I did a live stream. You know, it's kind of disappointing with YouTube because the moment I posted this live stream possibility, like 50 people YouTube was unsubbed like 50 people. I know that's just impossible. I know I'd lose subs here and there, and I also know that YouTube unsubs. But it's just amazing that they would unsub over the next few days. I mean, it's kind of crazy. I hope you all are there. So, yeah, crazy, huh? Let's see how many subs we have right now. Well, it doesn't matter. So, yeah, I was going to go over the topic because it could be kind of lengthy about the orbital path of Planet X. And try and take some of and not that I know an exact time, just that there is an orbit, and not even an exact orbit. So, let's see. You guys could, obviously I know you can see the screen. Still sound good, right? Valley Girl, Hopkinson, can you hear me? Still sound good? Could be a whole nother ball game getting the sound from Blue Kool-Aid through Hangouts or some other connection. All right, can you hear us? Great. All right. So I have archived news articles. Now, many of you have seen this before, but it just draws to your attention again that this infrared iris telescope, which is short for the Infrared Astronomical Observatory. It was a deep space, kind of like a telescope out in outer space. And it sees in the infrared. That's just why we can't see this incoming thing unless it gets really close to the sun. And what I noticed that it was spotted this is very important, in the Orion constellation. And that's what I've been saying all along. So we've got many, many articles that were being created at the time of this. Let's see if I can show you just a few of them. This is just one. And so here are some of the articles that were out and why, and some leaked information about Pioneer 11 and using some solar system scope to see where was Pioneer 11, which was destined for Jupiter, left Earth in 1972, approached Jupiter in 1977, or it came closer. It got there about 1975. In fact, it shot out so fast, it passed the moon in 11 hours. I mean, that's what NASA tells us, right? So, you could see here a heavenly body as large as the giant planet Jupiter. This is from the Calgary Herald in 1983. Same year as the Strategic Space Initiative. No, Cat, it was found in the direction of the constellation Orion, orbiting by an orbiting telescope of the infrared. So there's another article. It was all over. Then when it got close, they just shut up, right? Another heavenly body. This was Washington Post heavenly body. Again, in the constellation Orion. And here is Zecharia Sitchin. I don't know if I could zoom this up. It's kind of fuzzy, but you could find this on the internet too. He was in search of the 12th planet, and he also said it was in the constellation Orion. Now, here's Astronomy, Mysterious Planet X. This was in 1982. And with all that being said, let's dive right in. I know this is old news, and I can't show you this and read the chat room at the same time, so I hope you just stay with me. Haven't had that set up yet. All right, so Mysterious Planet X, and yet another article that brought this up. Now, I'm going to show you a PDF file. Hope I can find this PDF file, which was showing Planet X. Just want to find something the most. Hi, doing the live stream early. Thank you. Sorry, my dinner showed up. All right. Can't find the article. Let me show you a quick animation of actually it was pretty important because it did say I'll have to dig around for it, so just hang with me for a second. I had it all pulled up of where this thing was at. Hate looking. Didn't know. I thought it was all prepared, and somehow it disappeared. All right. So I have it in one of my folders here. So it's pretty cool, and it's pretty important because it really gives concrete evidence of the orbit of this object and the endless articles. Let's see. Maybe I had it in one of these ones. And we're also going to be talking about the Space Force and all kinds of cool technology that's going on. Okay, so here's another article, by the way. When will the world end? And let's simply zoom this in for you. So this was put out in 1936. Right. Well, so this is the Planet X orbit. Now, we keep talking about the orbit. So I just like this illustration here of this orbit. It crossed the Earth path twice. That's really important for this understanding. And we see it coming up and cross. This is the sun and this is the Earth. This ring here represents the orbit of the Planet X system. Now, when I first thought this was just one rogue planet, remember, it does cross the Earth's ecliptic plane twice. It's a small solar system, but Planet X has an extreme elliptic plane. Like your control, it's not a perfect. It comes at us. Was it Zecharia Sitchin Farada said it's a comet planet. So notice the direction is coming. It real simple. The ring to touch here and here, it crosses the Earth's ecliptic plane twice. And that's important because if it was coming at us above and below, if we were to rotate this ring 90 degrees opposite or with this, it wouldn't touch any of these Earth ecliptic planes. It would completely miss it. It would not cross the Earth's path. The only way it could do it is to have an ecliptic plane in this manner. This side down here is coming from the Orion constellation, or I believe it was spotted where we were told. So let's look at the solar system scope. I was trying to find the news article on solar system scope. Okay, so here is solar system scope. Now, in the news article that I found, I'm going to, hope I can dig this up, that Voyager 7 had a thing called the anomaly, and it happened on July 1st, 1977, when Earth, so in solar system scope, we could see that Jupiter, when it spun out and spiraling out in 1977, it was leaving Jupiter, and it had this strange anomaly. Well, look where Jupiter in its 11-year orbit around our sun was in the constellation. You could see in the article, man, I need to find this article, to the right side of the constellation, on its right. So that would have put it right here. Where else did we see that? It also said it was spotted. Maybe I could post a link in the description if I don't find this thing. I'm going to dig this up. That it was spotted 66.8 AUs from where it was from the sun. And an AU is an astronomical unit. Now the new solar system scope has this cool grid pattern here. So we could see, here's the Earth from the sun. You can see that this one line is 1 astronomical unit, right? Keep zooming out. This next one is 10 astronomical units. Well, this was 66.8 astronomical units. So that puts it, yeah, 66.8. So it was way past 66. So we have 10. So we go six times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right about here, I think. Okay. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. So right about here. And with the Orion constellation, it would have been trying to get this angle down. So here's the Orion. Sorry, moving around a lot. Hope you guys could see this Orion constellation here, right? And I'm sorry, I try totally ignoring the chat room because I can't have this app up and talk in the chat room at the same time. Not that high tech. So my argument is, I believe when this thing came through, it comes in the spring and it leaves in the fall. Don't know exactly where in the fall, but it comes, I believe, on the, well, let's see. So here is the Earth. We've got the Earth here. And if we're looking down upon our solar system, this thing comes through. You could see where it had hit, one of its objects had collided with Ceres, the remains of an ancient planet, which is in the middle of the asteroid belt. This is where I believe it came through. And further evidence suggests that it does. Because of its ecliptic plane, it's tipped up at the highest point where I think this thing came in at. Look, so we have Ceres here, and we have the Orion constellation down below the Earth, where it's coming up from us. And we see, I believe that it literally knocked this planet up. In its highest peak, exactly at this angle, 90 degrees, is Ceres is at its highest in its path around the sun, right here, in its highest path. And we look at the constellation, and there is Orion constellation. And the pole shift just happens to be in the wintertime, once again. And then the lowest point, if I just take this cute little planet, and dip it down to the other side. So if it comes in the fall, it comes in the spring, it's going to leave in the fall. Now, if I'm wrong and it didn't come to constant, it has an orbit, so it's got 2 points where it crosses. Don't know where, don't know when, don't know which fall. This could be the one, and if it doesn't happen this fall, then I'll probably be looking for the next fall. So here is Sirius below the ecliptic plane in its lowest point, exact opposite, once again, in the fall, in its highest point. Not only that, but Jupiter and many of these planets are stretched out, and it's furthest from the sun in the Orion constellation also, which I think, according to Gil Richard and some people, we could see Pluto way out here. Now watch this. So we're going to look down on this planet. We can see the Orion constellation is over here. And if I zoom this out far enough, we could see where is Pluto's closest to the sun when it's in the Orion constellation once again. Like something pulled it out, and we could see it pulling back into the ecliptic plane of Neptune. See that? Then it leaves Neptune and swings way back out and then comes back. This planet is once believed to be one of the moons of Neptune, which got pulled out on its last visit. Now, let's go back to the chat room. Hope you're all still here. Sun simulator. Yeah, I got some cool sun simulator stuff. All right, back in the chat room here. Glad you're all here. Don't even know how many people are watching. I haven't even no idea. Maybe I don't want to know. Okay, so let's see. I had some other cool articles. Back to the Orion constellation. We had even had it pulled up on Google Earth. Check this out. So in Google Earth Pro, we see it here as well. I've plugged in the coordinates, and we go visit this thing. And there is our winged planet. And where is it in this as well? In the Orion constellation. If I zoom this out enough, you will see the Orion's belt. Of course, I have to put on the stars on this thing. Let's see. Let's see if I can turn the stars on here. All right, you know what? I'll just punch in Orion's belt, and we should be able to see it. What kind of a search is this? Oh, well. Well, it's there. You guys could search this out. I'll leave the coordinates. Let's see. I'll put that in the chat room, too. So you could search this stuff out for yourself in Google Earth. Oh, my gosh. I'm having all these technical difficulties. You know, it's just so much information I was trying to save up, and a lot of apps and stuff that are open. Try and catch all this stuff for you. Yeah, and there's it was also in Google Sky, and that disappeared. All right, enough of that. I just wanted to touch on that topic. I did find an article that showed what Voyager 7, what it had spotted this. Oh, here it is. No, it was in Wikipedia. Here it is. Okay, it's called the Pioneer Abnormality. Anomaly, excuse me. Pioneer 10, Pioneer 11 spacecraft pass about 20 astronomical units on their trajectory out of the solar system. Apparently was a matter of interest for many years. All right? And of course, here come the debunkers as usual. Where I find the spacecraft launched, they were it happened in 1977 is when they had this and they dismissed it like they do everything else. But in 1977, they had this. Yeah, this doesn't prove it. But this is the anomaly that they had as they were passing Jupiter. Well, that's a bummer. Man, I had all this cool stuff lined up. Hopefully I can, we're going to get Mark from Blue Kool-Aid to come in here, and he can entertain you for a while I am digging up this information. Let's see who's in the chat room now. Oh, hey, Deadpools. How you doing? Mike Taylor, glad you're here. Let's see what we have today. All right, definitely need your help and prayers because this is really some crazy times we're living in. So, yeah, it's a lot of things going on, man. All right, let's see. I'm gonna go to my open up the my YouTube channel again because I have some of the videos there as well. So, yeah, you guys, we've been showing me some really cool stuff with the horizontal lightning, vertical lightning. Something looks like a TV show. I hope you saw my last one. In fact, let's jump over to that now. All right, so man, they mess with my channel so much. I used to just be one click away to see things. Now I have to click all over the place. I have to go to studio. 200 people. Oh, that's cool. All right. So it's a possibility if Blue Kool-Aid jumps on, I might have to pause the stream or just take a break. And while I get him on, it's still a long ways off, actually. He's supposed to be on at 8 o'clock. That's another, it's almost 5:45 here now in the Pacific. All right, so let me go to my channel. Oh, I got a cool one for you. Check this one out. You guys are going to kind of like this. It's a little off the beat thing, but you know what you catch with slow motion? I think you'd probably appreciate this one. So, unlike most people, I have a 1080p screen watching the news, and I just get out my iPhone 7, turn on the slow-mo, and, you know, check out this guy's teeth. And notice, like, you see a separation of his eyes. I know. American crowd, even some were saying larger than some of the African-American candidates who were there. You noted... Let's see, I'll speed up to the... Look at this guy's eye, too, man. What's up with that? And this guy, too, he's really suspect. But the floating teeth, man. All these talking heads. So, in slow motion mode, I'm going to skip to this guy here. I won't do this very long, but I just want to let you know this is just some crazy stuff that's out there. The reason why it looks so different, because the screen also has a refresh rate. And so does the holographic technology for the shapeshifters. So when you match the flash rate with the flash rate of the hologram, it basically can unmask it. Tell me, is it that bizarre? You already see something weird with his eyes. And what's with this little light thing here? You see where my cursor is? That's not a lens flare. Notice you start to see the separation of his eyes, like the true eyes right here. Wait till he starts to talk. You're telling me. Wow. Because of the flash rate is so fast. Like 1 minute he has a full set of teeth, and the next minute he don't. You can see I've got this way slowed down. I could slow it down even further, but I'm just going to leave it alone. I mean, 1 minute he looks like Bugs Bunny with only 2 front teeth. And the next minute, the teeth just drop in, right? Like something inside here, it's casting an image. And when it does it, it just drops out. So maybe these front teeth are like... And then like his bottom teeth are like all jagged and sharp, man. Like shark teeth. So what's up with that? So teeth drop in and out like. So sorry. Yeah, look at that in slow motion. Just go get your cell phone. Watch these talking heads, the people that are like in charge, right? They live, right? Well, I think we have a way of doing this. Just get some passive or active 3D glasses and modulate the frequency of the flashing glasses to match the holographic wave, and you'd probably see right through their charade. Just a few more moments of this. Let's keep. You always see this on all these shapeshifts videos. This little light, I think right there is probably the projector projecting the image of the eye itself. Then there's like one near the corners of their mouths, a projection projecting the lips. And what's with the light strange? Look at, like, you can see through. These ears aren't even real. You see the light source coming off his ear? Yeah, sorry. Didn't want to make this a big shape-shifting thing, so we'll, I thought that was kind of cool. If you want to hear to watch more, let me know. But there's a little update there. All right, so let me go back to the chat room. So say hi to Hopkinson. Deadpools, thank you. Saved or slaved. Wow, the chat room's flying now. Hopkinson, Stack, good to see you. Telling you, you see some crazy stuff with this. Haven't even. So remember that, you guys remember the movie They Live, right? I really think that those glasses is all, if it's the same idea with you guys ever see like what is that, 3D TV where the screen comes out and looks like 3D? Well, it's called active glasses where they actually flicker left eye, right eye. It's kind of a step up from polarized vertical, polarized horizontal, or the red and blue 3D versions, to actually just have them flicker at the rate. And so they're showing you two images split apart from each other. Wouldn't that be something? All right. So I'm glad you guys are all here. Still have good sound. Not too big of a delay. No buffering. Looks like. So with the Orion constellation, you could see some crazy stuff. All right. Now I'll try and get to my other video here. Just some stuff. I don't want to do a total spoil before Blue Kool-Aid shows up, because he hadn't even seen this stuff yet. And I really feel it's important that this thing comes in the spring and it leaves in the fall, just to know which fall. I mean, we could argue what direction is it coming on the fall side and leaving in the spring? And if it touched her twice, if it's either going to touch both or it doesn't touch at all. I mean, when I said touch, it's not going to touch the Earth. It's not going to go through the Earth's path of the Earth. It's not going to hit the Earth, but the path of the Earth, with its million-mile-long plasma tail, is what you'd be worrying about. So, oh yeah, another fact. Some fun facts here. Planet X has 3 speeds. Oh, I apologize. I've got Blue Kool-Aid. I think he's trying to get a hold of me. So, oh, Blue Kool-Aid, he just sent me a text. Parents' internet is down too, so this may be short, kind of a different tweak. Maybe next time when the storm clears up, the internet's back up. Mark, miss you much, man. I don't know how long we can keep this up. But keep praying for me, man. It's kind of annoying when I ever just posting a video and I lose a bunch of subs, and makes you wonder how many people are actually watching this. It's pretty important. Anyways, let me text Mark back. I had a feeling that was going to happen anyways. Okay, so go back to my channel. Let me show you some videos. I hope to go through some of the important stuff. Oh yeah, strange lightning. I guess what I would do next. You guys, some of you in the audience had some great stuff you wanted to show. I can show it on your channel, but a word of caution. There are some fake truthers out there. And I say that because, you know, I always say copy, like, and share this video because I want you to share the truth. And there are people who have ripped me off. And the very people who have done that, and I'm not going to say rip me off, but took my videos and made their videos. And I'm okay with that because they're sharing the truth. Even if they put me in a negative light, and all the debunkers, you know, I could throw down copyright strikes on all of them. But it's about the truth. And if you got something great to show the whole world, why would you want to copyright it and keep people from actually watching it? You're either going to share or not share. It's free. That's the kind of videos I make. Copy, like, and share. So go ahead, make a digital copy of it. Just throw it back up. Dr. Sean Frost has done it, and I never bothered copy strike anything that he's done. So here is the, check this out, crazy lightning. Let me fast forward this in case you missed it last time. We were talking about, again, I'm sorry that Mark from Blue Kool-Aid isn't met. Maybe he might come on in a few more hours. It's still early. He's got 2 more hours. But he did say he has modem problems. I don't know if he's going to stick around and try and show this with the CMEs that he's been catching, Earth-facing CMEs. So in case you missed it, kind of a replay. And with the Space Force, there was so much technology with that. It really would make quite a long video. And I kind of wanted to stretch it out with a live stream. I don't know how many people pay attention through 1 hour to try and explain all the technology that they've been using. Teleportation. Let's see if I can pull this up. And proof of it. And with some crazy proof that goes hand in hand. And I can't even show the video because of a potential copyright strike. I've already got 1 and 2 more, and bye-bye this whole channel. You guys see that? That was cool, huh? So that was Deadpool's. That was awesome. In fact, Deadpool, you're in the chat room now, so let's go to your channel. You guys, I'll copy that into the chat room. So that was quite spectacular. Thank you so much. Really, really cool. Here we go. Deadpool, thank you. Let's watch. All I have to do is he caught this amazing thing. And, you know, I'm getting like, that brings up another topic too. I'm always amazed that the trollish comments that people make, you know, rolling shutter. I'm like, really? This is a cell phone? How about heat lightning excuse? Let's talk about that for a minute. Heat lightning. Heat lightning, really? What is heat lightning? In a nutshell, heat lightning, it's not like any special lightning. It's only lightning you can't hear because it's so far away. But if it's flashing in your face and washes out the camera with light, I'd say that's pretty close and you should be hearing it. So if trolls come up and say that it is so far away, and it still doesn't explain the fact that it's perfectly straight. It doesn't even look like electricity. Okay? Look at that. Does that look like square bars of light? It does look like blue beam. Heat lightning, sometimes known as silent lightning, summer lightning, dry lightning. It's still lightning. A dry lightning storm means lightning with no rain, which are often called dry lightning, a misnomer. Faint flash of lightning on the horizon of clouds with distant thunderstorms do not appear or accompany sounds of thunder. The actual phenomenon is commonly called heat lightning. For once, Wikipedia is being true here, but just because it's there doesn't mean it's always true. I mean, they lie about the sundog. So with this, it okay, right here occurs that it's very far away with thunder that dissipates before it reaches the observer. At night, it's possible to see the flash lightning from very far distances, up to 100 miles, 160 kilometers, but did not sound carry that far. You're right. It dissipates over trees and mountains and objects. I mean, that's pretty obvious. You shout, the whole world isn't going to hear you. It can only travel so far, depending on how loud it is and the frequency. Movement of sound in the atmosphere depends on properties of air and temperature and density and blah, blah, blah. So there's your heat lightning. Hey, here's heat lightning pictures, right? And what do they got? Do you see bars? It still looks electrical, doesn't it? There's no bars. Amazing, man. Shutter, rolling, camera effect, camera anomaly. It's like, these people freaked out, knew something was wrong. That's why they grabbed the camera in the first place. Why is it getting like straight bars? This is electricity, right? That's why I don't think it was even plasma. It was simply light. It could be light that's so dense it could act like a laser, but it wouldn't be plasma because plasma is dense electricity, which that's pretty much lightning. So I don't think they're going to be able to contain plasma in a perfect beam. I don't know. I guess it's possible. Actually, it probably is possible, but I still don't think that flash here that we see. Okay, let's see what we got here. Let's play this once again. There's just so much. And Heather 444, I hope you're here. Wow. That's even more revealing. See, I don't think this is far from lightning. We don't even lighting. I'm just going to slow this down. So we're watching slow motion already. I'm going to slow it to another 25%. Watch this. Do not adjust your TV set. We control the horizontal. We control the vertical. We want to control the world. So we look at that. Folks, dry lightning, rolling thunder. What was that? Rolling shutter? What is that? And does that even make sense? A rolling shutter? We're talking about cell phones, right? And you know what else? Look at this. Does that even look like it's far away? No, it's right in front of the clouds, right? No lightning. Wait, let me see if we can, let me crank up the volume on this. First, I'll take it out full. Funny thing happens to sound, by the way, because it also records in slow motion too. So you're going to miss out on the sound. So, yeah. Let's check out Heather's lightning. Heather, if you're there, let me peek back in the audience. And let's see. You guys having fun? Let's see, Heather 444, are you there? John Etherton, glad to see you, buddy. Mike Taylor. It's finally warming up the skies. Wow. Gary Solonim, how you doing? Space Cow. Hey, Space Cow. You got something on your channel we could watch? You know what else I thought about? about 5G network, and it was actually called. I wanted to touch on this topic maybe in another video, but they could actually shape waves. It's called wave shaping with an array of antennas. They've been doing it for a long time, and if they could do that, they could definitely move radar around. Well, the old-fashioned radar, they actually had a little beam that would roll around. You see them at the airports, but now they do it digitally. How crazy is that? That's called wave shaping. And we know that with HARP, they've been doing with HARP. And I always kind of wondered, never been down that rabbit trail, but once I was, I'm like, wow, that's really cool. Today's high-speed sonar. Let's see if I can remember to go back to that. Let's go back to Heather 44, and we'll get into wave shaping. And it really is kind of scary when you see how they shape waves and to focus it like a pinpoint place in space, including 5G. Any wave can be shaped. And when they're doing with the radar, replacing hundreds of radar dishes with a singular disk, scanning the skies for radar, weather, whatever they want to say, or, you know, weaponizing it with an array, a flat array. Huh. Hey, that reminds me. And they can be placed flat on a flat object, a flat razor. It's has a flat surface. The Navy ships have them. It's a little flat. Those days of looking at those radar dishes rolling around, that's over. They've been far more high tech now. Again, it digitally scans the sky at pinpoint accuracy. And okay, with that being said, hopefully go back to that point. But let's watch this horizontal lightning. And this time we've got the sound up. I hope you guys can hear it. Notice how bright it is in front of the clouds. There, you should be able to hear it. It's not far away. If you can see that flashing in front of the clouds, you ought to be hearing lightning. Now, how many times does it flash? Do we hear the equal amount in thunder? Yeah, we hear far distant thunder. Let's roll. So once again, how many flashes did you see, and how many roars of lightning did you hear? And it not once in any article did heat lightning explain vertical, perfect straight lines. It was the only difference of heat lightning is I don't even know why they call it heat lightning. It's all lightning's hot. It's far away that you can't hear it. The sound has been dissipated. But this is so close. It's in front of the clouds, and it's so bright. Sometimes it washes out the camera. And yet, here the viewer is. Watch 30, 40 flashes with zero lightning. We hear remote lightning. It's like the sound is off, right? Like a sound sync with no sound. Huh. Okay, that was quite spectacular. Check this out now. I'm going to turn the volume down a little bit, and then let's slow this down, because in the original video, I slowed this like 8 times to catch this, because it's quite ridiculous. I'm going to just mute the sound and see what... I'm going to 50 Shades of Gray, absolute darkness. And here we go. Coming up on it. Wait for it. Wow. That's pretty bright in your face on this side of the clouds. We ought to heard. What's with the dark streak? I mean, it just... Huh. And then towards the end, it's just bizarre. And the only thing I could say is it has to be the hidden crafts at a low altitude that's doing this. Turning on their movie screens. warming up their projectors. Let's see. One more towards the end here. I'll see if I can scroll forward. And so, hope you guys are enjoying themselves here. Oh, there he goes. Wow. All right. I think you've seen that. You can go back and watch the videos. Thank you, Heather, for that. And this is Heather's channel, Heather444. I'll leave a link in her chat room. Don't think this is going to be so rare anymore, and they know it. So they're coming up with the lame excuses like heat, lightning. I'm like, yeah, you take them back. Don't be surprised if you just go back and look on Wikipedia and they start showing this TV screen stuff, saying, "Oh, that's a heat, lightning," because it certainly doesn't match any heat, lightning pictures I see. Right? Heat, lightning pictures. Right? Maybe there will be now. Maybe I'll take my jeffp videos and turn it. You guys see heat, lightning here, right? Straight bars. Do you guys see any? Does it look like anything we've seen in all these heat, lightning pictures? That wouldn't even be heat, lightning anyways. Maybe this one far away, right? Just because it's lightning. That one, I'm sure you could hear that. This one looks kind of far away. Wow. Doesn't matter. It's not straight. It doesn't look like what they're saying. Not a shutter camera issue. Cell phone, once again. Okay, so let me try another Google here. This is kind of cool. Let's talk about radar and 5G for a minute. This was, so I had up all the articles on it. It was pretty mind-blowing. I think it was radar array, I believe. Beam shaping. Phased array. There, it's the word. Check this out. This is some crazy stuff, man. Right? Okay. So the old school method was to take. Some of you guys have even seen that big blue ball, right? Look at this Navy ship, by the way. Look what they're doing it too, right? So these are satellite dishes. That's not the radar, but that thing you used to see they're rolling around. Now they've got this. This is a low profile, probably just a few inches thick array of micro antennas that will shape wave shaping. And I've been like on this journey about wave shaping. It's really cool. You guys know about constructive waves and destructive waves. Constructive waves is kind of like a laser amplification. That's pretty much how you create a laser wave, is you amplify the exact same frequency of the light, and you get something twice as bright, and you keep amplifying it until it forms a laser. So, I don't know, ballistic missile defense system, look at that. You can see it's merely flat. That's because it scans the sky, and with pinpoint accuracy, it can actually take out targets if you get the right frequency. This is just merely radar. But what if we go to microwave? Like HARP, right? Now, the thing about microwave frequency is it's not really the frequency of the wave that kills, it's the amplitude of the wave. And then when they converge, it makes it even worse. If you get these to pinpoint like a lens almost, but it's not. It will focus in the shape of a lens, but doesn't converge it. It changes the shape of the outside wave to make it narrow and any pinpoint accuracy. It's pretty cool. Here we go. Clean air, tracking aircraft. At super speeds. I'm talking at the speed of light. Yeah, you remember the days where the guys like looking at the this stuff here, and that little light beam would swing around, beep, beep, Yeah, that's old school, okay? This thing we can instantly scan completely. Almost. It scans so fast. Here's an array too, right? And that's what we have out on the. And by the way, the bigger this is, the wider this array, the further and more powerful it can be. So, microwave power, new radar, they're putting them on ships. In fact, I took my drone up to a certain altitude, and I I get the interference frequency come up because of all the aircraft. And here's kind of idea how the phased array works by having other antennas at different frequencies that bend it into any shape they want as fast as they want. Oh. Then I was going to kind of touch on a topic. Just to give you guys a sneak preview. Yes, thanks for the warning. No Kool-Aid yet. You might. Again, I got a text message. Yeah, he just texted me. Sorry, brother, I feel horrible. Don't have to try. It's okay, buddy. Getting by for an hour or so here. Hopefully, you guys find some cool stuff. It's hard to show anything to anybody without offending someone or getting a copyright strike or whatever. But one thing on this channel, I'm still going to say chemtrail, okay? Chumtrail, chemtrail. They've already done the worst, man. They could, whatever. Doesn't change my language that much. T-man, chumtrail. It's got some funny words, actually. Where are they going to go next? Oh, we're going to talk about some high-tech Space Force. Now, I was going down the road of Space Force, and I don't want to get a copyright strike, so I just suggest, let's see, you know what? It doesn't hurt to actually show third phase of the moon. Had an interview. I'm just going to show you where to go. Okay, so you go to this site. There's an interview with the guy that was actually in the Space Force. Shoot, maybe he got a copyright strike because I think they took it down. But he was being interviewed. Yeah, some people make so many videos, it gets washed away in the history. Oh well, it was pretty cool because he had so much information that it's so detailed, it made perfect sense with all the real laws of science that we actually have. And to follow up on the interview, which got removed, wow, see, that's what truth moves, man. You got to be there. You might miss it completely. It was an interview for the guy that actually served on the actual Space Force. The same Space Force that the guy that hacked NASA from a modem, McClellan or whatever the guy's name was, he hacked NASA. And he said there's an extraterrestrial force. And call it Space Force, make it official now. But they've been doing it. What were they doing in the Space Force? Well, according to this interview, that he wore a 200-pound uniform, like a shell that he stepped into, and it was normally so heavy. But it was moving under its own power. It had antimatter batteries, which that by itself was pretty amazing. And it was charged through a, check this out, triboelectric energy. So we all know about nanotechnology. But look at this. Nano positioners. That's something a billionth of a millimeter? A billionth of an inch, roughly. I mean, you can't even see. It's like microscopic. Piezoelectric, talk about piezoelectric from time to time, but there's a principle of piezoelectric and piezoelectric crystal and piezoelectric effect. Well, crystals that this is the kind of mechanism that is in the skin of the spacesuit. Something similar to this. I don't know if this is the exact one, but I wouldn't be a bit surprised. Flexure motion amplifier. And I'm not even going to play it. Another strike. The concept between piezoelectric is when electricity is applied to a crystal, it changes shape. And when you apply, let's see, voltage to a crystal changes shape. Or if you change the shape of the crystal, like your gas electric stove or whatever, it creates an electric spark in the reverse. So by setting up these motion amplifiers and micro piezoelectric, the suit itself generates power. And now they've got it to a nanoscale. Why are they so interested in taking piezoelectric power and turning it to a nanoscale? Unless they're going to weave it into the fabric of something that harnesses energy, like a soldier suit or the surface of a spaceship. So that's just one of this piezoelectric energy. So we have a motion here that moves inside of a crystal and it creates power. There's other forms of piezoelectric power, is only one of them. Another one is, let's see if I get this one, Triboelectric. If I could find this. Here we go. Future of fabric. Now, I used to subscribe to Popular Science, Popular Mechanics, and science magazines. I always stay on top of this stuff. It's always been something I just love. And this is the future of triboelectric material. Really, it's kind of a simple science behind it. It's kind of like the static electricity you get that is generated when you rub like a balloon on your shirt or something, and it could stick, or on your head, and it sticks two different surfaces. So that's pretty much what they did with this. A lightweight, breathable fabric, 3.2 millimeters thickness, made of low-cost materials. And colleagues, you could actually just rub your hand on it, and it generates power. Flexible, integrated energy device will enable the wearer to use electric devices, simply plugging them into clothing. That's just one. Or how about giving them a bionic outfit? Or something even more bizarre. Remember that piezoelectric thing I talked about? If you wove this in there as well. An incoming bullet, if you shape the wave at the right time of impact, it would help deflect and absorb the power and deflect it. That's bizarre. We've already know about reactive armor on tanks. This is just taking it a step further. And we've talked about anti-gravity, and this one here was the real showstopper at the end of the video from the Space Force interview. He said the one things I want to talk about is a gun, and there was no limit to how much power they can put on thing or how far this thing could go. None. It was like infinite. The more power, the further this beam would go. And it was the only way I could describe it is, I've talked about this before, was basically a gravity wave gun. Actually developed it. How does that even work? Gravitational waves can strike a missile systems of submarines from far. They said they actually did this in the Space Force, by the way. They weren't allowed to hold them because they didn't want to get in the wrong hands. Well, too late. And this quantum engine, they're not going to give us full disclosure on this thing. But let's just read. They talk about a quantum engine which was developed by Vladimir Leonov, the father of non-reactive motion theory, unsupported in space. His research in the field opens a new perspective of creating weapons of the future. It should be noted that Leonov's ideas were not accepted by the Soviet Union, and the scientist himself was called a charlatan. In the March of this year, Aerospace Journal published an article about the invention of a non-rocket, non-reactive quantum engine in Russia. And he basically said that whatever you fired this thing at, that it would just, everything in its path would fold in on itself. Kind of like the Bose atom laser. Let me show you kind of what I mean by that. And this is kind of a cool illustration too. The Bose-Einstein Condensation, remember I talked about waves, if they have the same frequency, it actually amplifies. When I first read about this in popular, I think it was Popular Science, I'm back in 1994. I subscribed to them a long time ago. And it didn't make any sense because I already knew how the principle of lasers worked. That when you have two waves of the same wavelength, they amplify. Now, in this demonstration, from the very people who made the video and made the Bose-Einstein condensate, each one of these rings is an atom. Well, that's what they call it, an atom. But I no longer subscribe to the particle theory. I do subscribe to Walter Russell's cubic waveform theory, and they're not particles. There's no... What we have is convergence of scalar waves, and we're watching the scalar wave motion of each of these objects. They bounce off of one another, just like in a natural gas, but they cooled off, and in the lasing action, they slow down. And when they do, when the frequencies begin to match, they join forces and amplify. Let's just watch the demonstration. You're going to see the waves lengths, when they begin to merge, they have this thing called constructive wave. Just like in a laser, what people miss here is the peak wave here. See how high that wave is? It's merged into what they actually call this a super atom. The problem, this representation is perfectly accurate. But what wouldn't make any sense to me is if you thought that we have a nucleus and electrons that are spinning around at the speed of light in different shells, different paths. How do you get this motion? How do you get this up and back water motion? It just looks more and more like scalar. No particles merging, and when it does, it becomes a superatom. And then this gets accelerated. And this was invented in 1994. This is part of the anti-gravity machines that they make. And it's called, I think it's the lambda state of matter. When it reaches a point when it doesn't have no characteristics of any other matter, it all looks the same. Check this out. The Triboelectric Effect, remember that? Man, we can have power all over the place. When people walk on sidewalks, here is a sidewalk. People walking on these two different matters that collide. Just walking on it creates power. Either sliding or rolling. Here's a quick video. Here we can see simply sliding this thing back and forth, creating voltage on an LED. This triboelectric technology been brought down to a nanoscale and woven into the fabric of Space Force uniforms. And then here, back at the atom laser, we see the convergence of 6 waves of the same wavelength converging on a heated helium gas, bringing it down. Well, here, this doesn't make any sense when they show the particle like this, because why is it waving up and down? If it would still be spiraling around it, doesn't the motion doesn't make it. And then that's theoretical physics. No one's actually seen an electron. But we do notice the wave action, and we see the merging of these waves. Then they evaporate it further with a magnetic evaporator after hitting it with a microwave energy called the evaporation effect. And then they basically show how all this wave merges, forming a superatom at almost absolute zero. Huh. Pretty cool, huh? All right. So there you go. By merely creating a toroidal field on the surface of this giant cannon, projecting out I brought all that to bring you to this point. This gravity wave cannon, with some scary stuff, man. That you could beam this at somebody and it just like folds in on itself and becomes an atom, a singular atom, like we see in my previous slide that I showed you here. Let's see if I can. So you get hit with that gun, your atoms are going to turn into this one giant atom and collide into a super atom. And just, wow. I don't know. Maybe it'll go into another dimension or something. That's just, that's pretty shocking. So they found a way to project that lasing action and collapse all matter inside this giant beam. Everything in front of it is just going to collapse. Huh. So, if there's anything else I wanted to talk about. Right. No, there's no empty space. Cubic wave field. Here, let me show you the Walter Russell's cubic wave field. Demonstrate this once again. And it goes back to the holographic universe. Because everything that we see and everything we are is being projected from, I believe, another universe. Or, excuse me, dimension. A higher dimension. But, again, that is just a theory, too. But, according to Walter Russell, we have two spinning vortices. And I think this is the creation of antimatter also. If you can keep the matter at this state, and you can separate it far enough, these two spinning vortices, we could see this is the Walter Russell cubic waveform theory, that they match and they hit the center. They never actually meet in the center. It becomes what we see the appearance of matter until it separates back into another dimension where it came from and collides back and forth. From the unseen eye, these vortices connect at the, what they call, let's see, not a cathode, anode? Yeah, the anode. And the cathode is at the center. So this all happens at the speed of light. And here we see the Walter Russell periodical table of, and how it really works. Helium being the inert gas and frequency, and even unknown helium. What was it? Hydrogen? I forgot the name of it. So here we see how they actually connect. Actually, matter is connected like this in this manner. So it's fully charged electric universe, including the empty, so-called empty space. Even scientists know that there's something, they call it ether. They got all the explanations. Only Walter Russell and his small group of suppressed scientists have been talking about this since the 60s. So I think something to this effect is kind of how that gun was made. It's creating like a mini vortex and then throwing it out and focusing it wherever they want to. And how the Earth really works and how energy is really moving around the universe. It's I love this animation. You could find it all over the internet. It's kind of hard to find. But they're showing like how we actually have, it's not a proton. It's, oh well, I'm not going to get too far in it. It's Secret of Light by Walter Russell. That's not what I had to show. I just kind of, since I talked about weapon, it does go back to this though. And even Tesla knew all about this. You're going to have a higher understanding of energy when you see that. So, what else did we have today? Piezoelectric effect. We had the orbit crossing the path twice. And if it had the path, if it, let's say this is the springtime, then it's going to cross in the fall. Don't know which one. Don't even know how long this orbit really was. Is it 7 years? Is it 10 years? Seems it's just 7 years. And there's more than one object. I mean, we've got the dwarf star, we've got red and blue Kachina, we've got moons, we got planet X, and its furthest orbit with its 4 moons. A lot of things flying around out there, and things that are trapped in its tail that we keep seeing in our skies as well. Let's see. I think I had might be some more future of fabric. We showed that one. Oh, here's some more technology. Oh yeah, that it kind of brought this up too because the guy in the Space Force actually used the word nanites. And the first time I heard that was Star Trek. That little kid that went on the starship, whatever its prize, with Jean-Luc Picard. He said he took some nanites and they stayed in your body for a little while, and it helped communicate with the suit. It connected with his blood. I guess it comes out after a period of time. These nanites, and they connect temporarily. Wow. To make the Space Force move, and it anticipated his movement, so he didn't actually have to lift up that 200-pound arm. It sensed that he was going to move electrically, and it helped him move. It assisted right along with it. So you put that thing on, it was still just, you didn't feel like you're lugging this big thing around. Nanites. Right. Remember that, right? Was Wesley brought up the talk of nanites. And I'm like, nanobots in our brains. Well, many of you already know about that. And lots of videos, a lot of predictive programming in people, black goo and Borgellons. It all seems pretty connected to this. How they want us to interface with and become machines and become their little puppets. Huh. Wow. All right. Let's see. We had I think there was a little more. Yeah, I actually had the link to the secret Space Force. Unfortunately, it was taken down. Probably just too much information, right? Sad. I wasn't going to play it anyways. Don't want a copyright strike. But, oh yeah, some of you have missed this, but somebody touched on the topic of lens array and this technology. But it kind of goes back to wave shaping once again, too, and how the shaping any kind of a wave that can be generated, either it's microwave, 5G, light, the principle of shaping waves. This is by JPL, Jet Propulsion, NASA, and JPL, right? One to put it in space and the one to make it. So some of you have seen many videos about the lensing system and how it got there, how it's being held. I think it's in outer space. Some of them could be those TR-3B planes distorting light right through the craft itself. Oh yeah, I brought up another topic too. That according to the Space Force that was deleted in the interview, maybe you can find it somewhere on the internet, it's worth watching, that they didn't use the typical cloaking device that we would think where it just distorts light and bends light. It actually was based upon the principle of, well, the Philadelphia Project, where basically almost turned you like into like a gateway, so you could be, light would just literally pass through you, literally, because you weren't there. Part of your dimension just wasn't there. And they said that they could walk, the suit had this structure with electrically, it would just create this small level of electric, and it would just, you would be like a portal. The only reason you didn't completely disappear is it was more controlled and not at the same amplitude. And I thought about that. I go, wow, that even explains they have this stuff on the surface and skin of the latest and greatest UFO technology as well. So, kind of back to this flat lens and what it is capable of. They actually created it. Let's see if I can zoom this in. These are siliconized nanopillars, these little red things. And you could see that they twist. And when they do, they get fatter. It creates a greater density. And the light, actual light traveling through it, just bends. The light index will change, changing the light index. And so all light traveling through these pillars of clear pillars would just flex. See, like the skinny ones, light would travel more straight. And then the fatter ones could shape it. Interesting thing about shaping light is it let's see if I can get back, is it will create light. What was normally invisible becomes visible. We go back to, let's see, ultra. Okay, so it has a pretty amazing effects. First of all, you can cloak stuff. Silicon nanopillars precisely arranged to a honeycomb pattern create a meta surface that controlled the paths and properties of passing light waves. Application device includes microscopes, displays, sensors, cameras. What? Displays. I always like that one, right? A TV set is a display. Like we see here, this is a very see how bright the light gets as it all converges at this point? That could be acting as a pixel of light, like on a TV set, and make any image they want. Heck, that even explains with the radar array of how they're shaping clouds to make demon faces and skull faces and everything else. Because wherever they focus that energy would evaporate that cloud in that spot, and they could sculpt the cloud into whatever shape they want. I think it's just that easy. It's not that hard. Hey, even how about crop circles, right? Just come over and create an image. It's like almost turning our Earth into, these machines are like AutoCAD systems or something. Wow. Yeah, well, you could tell I love technology. All right. Again, I apologize. Blue Kool-Aid didn't make it. It's hard to coordinate. Oh, look, we had Indonesia, 6.1 earthquake. I've always got my Twitter updates running. 6.1 in Indonesia and Papua New Guinea moments ago. All right. Let's see if we had some user pictures we can go to. So you can see, yeah, technology of Satan. I agree. I mean, it's all bent for evil, man. And these people that are developing it, most of them don't even know what they're doing. I mean, these guys are just creating atom lasers. Oh, cool, we can do this or that. And then but that's never the application. It ends up being something wicked. I mean, I read about all that stuff, bionic suits. Whatever happened to that? Well, they're using it. So he can't. Hey, Guitar Man, good to see you here. Pamela Jean, how you doing? Yeah, that's I'm afraid to. Oh man, talk to too much of this AI stuff. Hey, you guys seen the talking gargoyle? Tell me that is that the creepiest thing ever? Let's go look at that. I always thought that was so understated of just what the government is capable of. Because what's to stop them people from putting up that technology with yeah, that slow-mo head. You guys want to watch that again? I told you, man. I think we got a way to decloak this thing. I could just modify passive 3D lenses. In fact, what am I talking about? Some of you don't know. Passive 3D glasses. You guys get some of those fancy TVs that project. No, not passive, active. That means they don't move. Something's happening, right? This is just, they're non-electronic. It's horizontal and they just change. The polarities are off by 90 degrees. Active 3D glasses. Shutter glasses, right? 3D. But it's a digital shutter. It's not an actual something actually moves. They're just little let's see. LED. See how this side is dark and this is light, and they flicker back and forth, back and forth. Well, instead of this back and forth, they try and see something. How about they both flash the same rate? But you can create, if somebody electronic engineer out there want to create something like this, have them flicker, have a little dial on there to flicker at the rate of the holograms of these shapeshifters. I bet it would see right through it. It would see right through their charade. Heck, you could, even if you can't modulate, just I don't think it would be that hard to redesign the circuitry to put a variable capacitor on there and just dial it up or down and match the exact frequency of the hologram you're looking at. It'll just make it disappear. It will absolutely vanish, and you'll see the creature underneath it. I don't know if you actually want to put those glasses on. You're like, what a horrible place we really live, right? If it wasn't bad enough. That's what I was talking about there, though. All right. So, yeah, that's all that was. Yeah, doing pretty good. Job has me kind of stressed out at times. Kind of takes a lot of my energy. Hard to come back and crank out some videos. Not to mention all the suppression that's going on. I mean, it's unreal. I I posted a video. As soon as I do, I lost like 50 subs. Crazy. Anyways, where am I gonna go next? Maybe you guys give me some ideas. I have a lot of things to talk about. Just want to pick one. Yeah, Mike, it's been a long time, man. Like months, huh? Hopefully I can do this a little more often. Sometimes when I invite people, it just makes it more complicated. Not that I would really appreciate having people on here. It's just the sound issues that come on with it as well. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. You guys want to watch that video again? I made that just a couple days ago, by the way. I always wanted to talk blow the lid off this thing. I mean, think about it. We are surrounded by these creatures, and you put this on. You're the one that showed the world how to freaking make this, and you start putting those out. Wow. I mean, you got to share this far and wide. Yeah, maybe next time before I do a live stream, I'm going to show a quick in that video. I'm going to show my current subscribers, and then I'm going to show you the very next day. Now I know some people subscribe, but I'm gaining more than I'm losing normally. But the fact that 50 people on a single night, I know that's YouTube messing with me. Yeah, don't be surprised this video. I'm going to try and keep it up. How long has it been anyways? You go past 2 hours, they mess with it even more. So it's hard to go back and revisit it. So far, I think it's all doing pretty good. Oh yeah, the talking gargoyle. Thank you for keeping me on track. Right. So y'all know about facial recognition and camera tracking and all that stuff, right? Well, what if that was hooked up to a high-powered supercomputer like an AI, like the D-Wave computer, trillions of times faster than any computer we have today, right? Now, I'm just going to show you outside the page. I'm not even going to play the video, but just let you know, you should talking gargoyle at the Denver airport, right? And this creature here. Oh, I'm a little conspiracy theorist. I'm a little know-it-all. You know, I'd almost want to go, oh, you're just a little demon on his way to the gates of hell. I wonder what kind of expression he would get from him as something like that. If you really said, a talking gargoyle. Okay, so without even playing the video, this annoying little demon-powered thing here, the beast that's giving life, it actually spotted people from far away and described what they were doing, like a guy carrying a cart. He knew them. I mean, he was like, hey, you with that hat. Hey, you with that squirrel on your head. You know, could you imagine if this is like camera technology at its highest level, capable of accessing computers worldwide simultaneously with all the power of the internet? It could scan your face, see your little YouTube sites or whoever you were, and it would be clocking your voice, recording even more information. Oh, you're so-and-so from this channel. Oh, I'm such a know-it-all. Right. Remember, 253 years old, by the way. That is 1776, the creation of the Illuminati, right? So he thinks he's being funny. How old are you? 243 years old, right? Yeah. Creepy. Celebrating it. Wow, Denver airport. It just gets crazier by the moment. Yeah, I don't suggest going and talking to this evil thing because I don't think people understand what they're really talking to. It's a very fluid conversation. It's not like some little puppet um, thing you used to get and you pull a little doll string. I'm a little girl, right? Hi, you're my friend. No, no, no. This thing will just talk and talk and talk about anything and everything crazier than Alexa ever could. I mean, it would never be short of an answer and sarcasm and recognizing you and your description that you're angry or mad. Who knows? It could have this piezoelectric surface skin on too, picking up your vibes, right? I could see that you're angry. You could feel your aura. I mean, it's who knows how many camera sensors are on this damn thing, right? Wow. I just have to walk away from it because I've already had my prescriptive response. Oh, you're a little conspiracy theory. Yeah. Wow. I don't know how that don't wake people up. I don't know what will. Mike, that's funny. Just jab him in the eyes. I wonder if there was some kind of a flash sensor that jack him up or something, or I don't know. I'm almost afraid to like talk to him because he would analyze your voice and kind of start. Oh, you're so and so from this neighborhood or that neighborhood. I mean, maybe slip a mask over your house, disguise your voice, and then free say something jealous. Wow. Huh. Yeah, we live in interesting times. We have like I'm not the million thousand millions of people. The roundups were going on this morning, and they're not even talking about that. My finger is bigger than your photo. Yeah, wow. Stick a pencil on his nose. You know what? If somebody lives in Denver and just gonna go toy around over there, man, that I would gladly say, hey, I was down there, Jeff. I'm freaking messing with that freaking thing. Call him he's a jealous demon on his way to hell. That's what you are. You're not this little know-it-all. And just know that you're talking to a demon at the other side of this technology. That's how the D-Wave works. Super cold, ultra cold, D-Wave computer so fast it can walk through any firewall instantly. It's probably part of the reason why we have a thing called the Mandela effect. Oh man, you just put all this technology together, and what can we do with this crazy stuff, right? Hmm. I mean, piezoelectric energy, but no one's creating it. I mean, they're just distracting us with all this technology, but what are they really doing with it? Look at this Russian weapon, man. I don't know. They actually created it. I mean, what's the next war even going to look like? Triboelectric material. And, ro- suit robots. And then you never hear another word about it. They make initial announcement and it disappears. It slips off and the off DARPA makes these little things with it, right? Oh, man. We don't even talk about slaughter bots, right? Does everybody know what a slaughter bot is? That's kind of scary, too. There's actually AI people. Nah. Yeah, never mind. Can't show you. I can only tell you about it. I'm afraid of getting a copyright strike, so I'm going to be protective of that. Let's see if you guys have any cool videos you want me to play. I'd gladly play them. Oh, yeah, the Cern Hadron. Hey, check this out. Hold on. Now, I made a video about this for way back when I was with this. There's the Cern Hadron Collider, right? I had this almost a year ago now, showing like, hey, here's the Cern Hadron Collider. In case you missed it, zoom this out. And I wonder if this information, someone saw this video, they left it in a chat room, and someone comes up like it was their original idea. And let me move this over. And you could tell like this is the opposite side there because this thing rotates like this. This is the opposite side of the Cern Hadron Collider. Well, guess where that is? That's where we had the record-breaking super deep earthquakes, 2 in a week. 2 8.6s at over 500 kilometers deep. On the opposite side of the antipode. I said it first. Maybe somebody else did at the same time, but you saw it here first, right? So I thought that was worthy of a quick mention of it. In fact, maybe I can go back to my YouTube archive and prove it that was my idea. You know, I don't mind people sharing ideas, but claiming like it was your original idea kind of bothers me a little bit. Let's see, I'll pull this up. I did it with Wayne and Wayne Steiger, and we also had, let's see, it was Wayne Steiger and Scott Sion, and we were on the Wayne Steiger channel, and I brought that up as a little fun factoid, and then I made another video of it also. Well, there were some cool sun simulator ones too. I just remember where it was. Some new cool ones that were just really as if you couldn't get enough evidence. It just keeps coming. Let's see if I had that one. I don't know if I can find it. I know we had a subscriber. Oh well. I know we could find it in there. Neptune discovered, giant lens. Nope, that wasn't it. Oh, yeah, someone didn't see this little demonstration. You could remember, you see those halos, right? Whoops, now it's going to play the video. Hold up. Oh, my computer. Oh, yeah, I guess I can bring up another topic. Because it's kind of back on the sun halos. And, I remember what it was. A subscriber in the UK was capturing a second halo. Now, I'm not talking the ones where you see two halos. I'm talking bisecting halos, like another lens appearing, and it was in the UK. So, I believe I had subscribed to him so I wouldn't lose that point. But hold on, let me just show you this real quick. In my demonstration, let's see if I can go back. It looks like exactly like a giant lens. Let me see. Okay, here we go. You can see that I take a simple lens, and you're going to get that same effect. Basically funneling all that light on the surface of the lens onto that one point. That's funny. It looks exactly like it. And just a scorching hot heat at that time when it focuses like that. And when we had the overlapping lenses, let's see if I can show. Yeah, that the guy from the UK. I gotta find him on here, man. You guys are gonna like this. He already gave me permission, so I'm gonna show it. Hopefully, I could find him. Let's see. We had him. He follows. Oh, Nigel's view of things. I could find it that way. Love this guy. It's really cool. Did some live streams with him too. So he had this topic, and he was actually, I think it was the last video. Nigel's view on things. He might even be in the audience right now. I don't know. He's in England, so it's probably about to go to sleep. Holographic sky. So this was it, I believe. This guy here, he's in the UK, right? So he follows my channel too. Watch what he catches, right? So Rise Up with Riley. He's in the UK. just like Nigel's. And he watches the beginning of this ring appear. So here we see the sundog. And let me pause it when he centers on that sundog again. Because look what, I'm going to show you what forms before your very eyes. Right where that sundog begins. This here is going to start lighting up and forming around a second lens. This light here, this lens bisects this one perfectly. And let's see if I can... So we see the emergence of this lens on both sides, right? I've always wanted to see this, like, not just a snapshot. I want to see this thing form, right? So since when did you see this sundog start to form a secondary light ring around it? And it was like probably like half of a circle. I don't know if it fully formed in this video. But sooner or later, you know what's interesting? The position of this thing. It must have been quite an eclipse at that time. Because this thing gets brighter and brighter as the sun goes on. Let me enlarge the screen here. Notice again that when we have this type of phenomenon, right, that we get these, I'm going to call them popcorn clouds, these TR-3B ships that create this cloud system, which is, I think, are replacing a lot of the chemtrails that we have today, that suddenly quickly appear and disappear just the same. And it's about halfway through the video. So I'm just showing you that he's just standing there this whole time. He gets back out and keeps, this is the same day. We're going to watch this ring of light start to form where that sundog was. And he's pointing it out here that this is beginning to form, this ring of light. And it's funny because they got the chemtrail like right on that ring too. Right, that looks like an object straight from the space station, right? If you're not familiar with that, let me turn up the sound.
Of our skies, an absolute joke. We start to predict eclipses. Sure enough, you know.
So this guy's like,
the chemtrails are used to obscure.
He saw the eclipse coming. He saw the way of laying out the chemtrail. He knew the...
Are saying that these halos are caused by chemtrails. Well, that's a load of poo. Because I can predict this by the way they're spraying, and it appears before they spray. Blatantly obvious. Look at this.
I'll leave a link for
Panic
this.
control. This isn't a natural phenomenon.
Yes, panic
There's an
control.
eclipse going on.
They don't want you
Again,
panicking.
That is irrefutable right there. Unbelievable. Look at this crap. Well, there you have it.
Yeah, not only that,
People
but the
are on
matrix
fence.
breaking apart as well.
We're
We
gonna
always
be
have
unprepared.
this dark streak
Please
forming
just
next to the sun
meditate, do good
simulator.
stuff, or prepare spiritually. Strange confirmation coming to the sky.
I'm going to fast forward to the point where the light begins to emerge.
See the progression of that. Sure enough, it's our solstice.
Now, many of you have seen these halos.
There's a thick dose of chem haze there already. Oh dear.
That's what extra
That is
comment. I've seen these a lot now,
hilarious.
right?
Halos are absolutely gigantic all around. This one and all.
Maybe it was 3/4 into this video.
Skies because they're trying to optimize their lens system with the light.
There it is.
Sundog here.
Okay, so I think we see it forming on this side.
Sure enough, follow the light round.
There it is.
Look.
Check it out. Look at that.
They're doing it again.
Look at that.
Look out the front.
See
They're
it
adjusting
folding
their
light
lenses.
as well.
This is an absolute joke. Follow it round. Again, you'll know what will happen from the other time. These are linked.
All
The
right.
so-called sundog here.
Oh, I should have played this first.
All the
This
way
is
around.
definitely worth the wait.
Look at this.
Look at that.
So lens and system. This system is literally above our feckin' heads.
And that
They've done
line
this the other week,
bisects
I'll
the
show you
center
guys.
of
They're
the
moving this
halo.
light from this lens and system to here. jeffp has said this numerous occasions that we have lenses in our sky and Preposi, and they've all shown it.
There
Look
you
at
go,
this crap.
folks.
It's coming from the sun sim.
Right.
This ring
And you go back to watch that video, they bisect exactly like we're seeing here.
of light. It's coming here. The so-called sundog again, which is a refraction of the lens. And look at this. There's a massive light circle coming from that.
That so-called sundog is right where the two lenses intersect each other.
Look at this. This is why I'd love to go live. This really is. This is why I'd like to go live. Anomalies like
That's
this
right. I'm
occur.
going live for you, brother.
Look at this. That's come from the sun sim. If you line it up, look.
What? I think it's even brighter on that edge.
Fraction of the lenses and follow it round. Look.
Wow. Come on, give this video a
Again,
thumbs up,
lenses in
people.
our sky. How they put them up there, I do not know. All these so-called rocket launchers and all this other crap they do. You know how secretive they are. Look, they've got their deep underground military bases underground to escape the pole reversal. That's what Hillary Clinton said that she wants to be president post Nibiru. God. Well,
Look at that. Do you see the darkness here, folks? Look at
again,
this. Here it
more
comes.
irrefutable evidence.
See it connecting this lens here?
You can see that lens and light coming off that.
Yep.
They're adjusting their lens for optimal light to obscure what's in our skies. Oh my days, look at this.
There it is.
Please share, guys.
Oh, come on.
Share.
This is the showstopper here. It really is.
Absolutely huge halo ring.
When was the last time you see one of these form, right? Look at that.
We have tech in our skies.
What are the trolls going to say about
Really
that?
bright.
Come on
It's
now.
really
It's
bright
a hot
sun
summer
ring.
day
Look
and
at this.
ice crystals on a hot summer
Sorry,
day.
people tweeting, but I get
Ice crystals don't even refract light like that anyways.
annoyed. People aren't looking up.
Yeah, I'm annoyed
Follow
too.
it round.
Oh, they just said, you know what? You could point this out and they're just going to give you a dumb
It's tech in
stare.
our skies. It's
You know, you need to
control.
pray to God that they're
Look
just
at
like,
multiple
oh,
lenses
that is
together.
actually not right. You know, something.
Sure enough, you will get anomalies like this.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
going
whoa,
on.
whoa. Hold on. Let me pause that. Right there.
Unbelievable.
Okay. You see how extra dark this portion of the sky is, how the light is being focused? As if this lens is focusing more onto this lens too.
Look at that. It's even coming from this side of it. It's going towards the sun sim. So they're adjusting their lenses, they're manoeuvring their lenses.
So I'm not even watching the chat room. I hope you guys are
Chemtrails,
enjoying this
they're
like
using
me.
it as a smoke.
So I'm going to pause it, check out the chat room, make sure you guys are still even here. For as long I'm just talking to myself on the internet. Okay, so what do you guys think, man? Pretty cool. Got some more of it? If I don't say lens array. And by the way, that was, hey Tanis, how you doing? Wow, you guys got some video like this. Be sure to email me at jeffp sunsimulator@yahoo.com, just like it sounds. Caught a reverse. What? All right, let me try and get back to a reverse of this. Nice. So we had that before, and in fact, when the red planet came behind it, we had something a little different. What did that look like? Well, let's see. Let's go to my videos. I had it my top 5. With thanks to the lady in Sweden and Scott Sion, which, hey, thank you so much, Scott. That was awesome. Femto laser technology, gravity lasers. So here's the bizarre sunset, full matrix breakdown, Earth CME. Oh, look at this. How about that, folks? That. I want to know if that's the...
Everyone, this is Jeff P. It is January 11, 2019, and what I'm going to show you now is the lens
I
array.
think- Let's see if I can find. That's not the one I wanted to show you, though. That was cool. That was great. That was one of the most full-blown.
If you manage a team, you...
When I say the lens fail, I do mean it failed to hide the object. It's not like the lenses are broken down just yet, but when the system comes in, I think that's when we're going to see Planet X in all its... I don't want to say the word glory, but we're going to see it. So I wouldn't be surprised that the ships that are hiding above us, cloaking this thing, are going to make their appearance right before Planet X is being seen. That's just my theory. I could be wrong. So let me go back. And then I'm going to go back to from the UK and watch some more of this. I just wanted to show you this epic breakdown from Switzerland showing the same thing, but this time having the red planet behind it. This one. Showing a similar one in Texas.
This is Nibiru Watcher.
Yeah. Yeah. Where are we at? So I showed pictures of the space station. By the way, this is my channel we're on. And then we get, turn off this ad. Huh. I thought it was this one. No, I guess not. Alright, never mind. You know what? Let's go back to this guy. So, Rise Up with Risey. I'm going to leave a link in the chat room, and you guys need to go and subscribe to this guy. If I missed any of these people, please give them some love. Have to fight the good fight. This guy is one of the better ones. He's spot on. I don't think you're going to be disappointed. If you want to see more of that, let me know. And if you catch some cool stuff, I can hardly watch everybody's stuff all the time. I do appreciate your heads up and giving me the links to this stuff. Okay. Okay, so, all right. It was so cool. Normally I watch a snapshot, but I just wanted to see the thing as it was progressing across the sky. Just cool.
Screen to try and obscure what's going on. Because people don't look up anyway. This is why they're doing it in broad daylight. They do not care. This isn't a natural phenomenon, otherwise I won't be spraying.
Huh. Oh man, look at that. Don't you just love that screenshot right there? I mean, how many lenses do you see? It's like we got another one here even. See how the sky is mysteriously dark in this region? We got this light that comes out, fades out here. Like whatever is beaming light through a series of lenses. That's why I call it the array. Overlapping lenses.
Every time I go live, it says, sorry, we've changed our settings, so you need over 1,000 subs. But yeah, that's hard to do, and they keep stopping people from subscribing to the channel. That's why I ask you to share and subscribe and like. Look at this, lenses in our sky.
All the way around even. Or most of the way around.
They've used multiple lenses.
Yeah, see, this is what we call the, what do we call this? The Rochester cloaking array or field effect, whatever. Rochester. Parallel lenses. Bend the light around the focus point so you don't get to see the planetary object between the lenses. Just bend it right around your eyes. Cool, huh?
Again, if you've seen that video already, they put lenses in front of a lens again. The object...
Of course, this is because since the planetary objects are moving, this is a non-moving hand. So what they have to do is they're going to have a configuration kind of like this, focusing the beam of light into the next. See how this focus point here? This is the cloaking zone right here. So what they have to do is create overlapping lenses as this object passes through the lenses. And then creating a still image in at higher, doesn't hit the earth. The focal point will be probably hundreds or thousands of feet above you.
In the middle completely disappeared, and then the little boy jumps up and he waves at you. This is what they've done. There was multiple lenses. That's why we keep getting that red rotating planetary object being projected onto the lenses and flare, and you see it rotating at an alarming rate. It's now 12:40. Sure enough, full eclipse is occurring. A colour blue.
Yeah, not only that, look at this matrix breakdown, this dark streak here. Something to do with I think the hologram, not the projection system, is blocking the light, probably behind the lens. And this is where they always in front of the sun. They always see a jet right before the halo. That's the pattern. You're gonna see sometimes this thing cracks open too wide and too fast that they can't get the fat enough chemtrail in front of it.
Has been obliterated by their toxic white crap that they're spraying for planet control. Again, I ask, if this was a natural phenomenon, why
natural
skies? 6 PM.
Well, thank you, brother. That was amazing. And you can see this channel here. So you can see, glad you're awake, bro. It's happening, guys. Can I use this video? I'll give you full credit. You are correct. It's about planet control. Thank you again, Jeff. Of course you can. See, full permission. Thanks to Nigel's view on things. Great guy. We'll check his channel out real quick. Put a link. He's really on top of the latest technology as well. He's pretty much up to speed. Like this guy, live stream with him once, so it was really cool. He was at a cool accent too. All right, so it's 7 o'clock. Sorry, Blue Kool-Aid couldn't make it. We're gonna try again next week. We're both very busy people, man. Family guy, always trying to it's just really hard. You have to sacrifice a lot of things with your doing these videos like this. So Hey Art Walsh, how you doing? Instagram. All right. Matt Man, check out my Instagram. Oh, don't know your Instagram account. Mike Taylor. Cool. Yep, 7-Eleven, right? So, my personal opinion, I could be wrong, but maybe something might happen at the Feast of Trumpets. Only speculating. Don't know any days or hours. Don't know which fall. Could be this one. Seems to be heating up though. Like 6 earthquakes off the coast of Oregon. And one day, a swarm of earthquakes right in the subduction zone. Good, a month ago, Matt Man, a black spot on Sun Simulator. All right, Matt Man, we're gonna check out your video. Hey, Will, how you doing? All right, Matt Man, he's followed my videos for a while. Let's see if we can find which video it was. Matt Man, which video? The Sun Simulator is a satellite. It's not tethered to anything. It's not part of a Sky Dome Atlantis. Doesn't need to be tethered. It's a satellite in space. Powered by, I believe, powered by the very sun itself. All right, Matt Man, which video do you want me to pull up again? John, you emailed me too. All right, see if I can pull up your email as well. Sent you my photos. Oh, to jeffp. All right, let's go. All right. You know, having knowledge produces sorrow. Just a warning. So that's when we need each other's help, because the more I know, the sadder things feel. It's a lot of weight to give to somebody else, the weight of knowledge. You know things that other people don't know, and you want to share it, and they won't listen. And there's a sadness that kind of comes over your heart. And it's like, but it's really a breath of fresh air. It's like this little family we have, people that are actually awake. Very neat observation. Check out my Monday evening. Matt, man, I'm not sure what you want me to see, buddy. I was at the X Sun Simulator. See, one thing with the Sun Simulator. All right. I don't know. Sorry, you're going to have to give me more specific. You got so many videos. I don't know which one you want me to see. All right. I'm going to go to my jeffp email and see what showed up. Just there. Damn it. I don't know. You can't go to my inbox right now. All right. How long have we been streaming so far? Hey Justin, how you doing? black spot on the sun. Let's see if we can there's Seven's doing a live stream now. All right, well, I guess I'm going to call it a night. We got, I still got to eat dinner. Sorry. I was trying to play some videos, but I was really supposed to be more with Mark from Blue Kool-Aid, showing some of those cool videos. Let's see, go back to the black spot on the sun. I'll tell you what, I'll go to my desktop and I'll show you some, I'll kind of go back to my, I don't know if you guys wanted to see that UFO patent again. That was back to scalar waves, amplifying waves. It was pretty simple. I don't know, someone trying to call me. Okay, so what we got here? We've seen them work on the space station. We had some of the old stuff. I don't want to bore you guys with this. You've been on my channel long enough. It's the same old stuff. Sun Simulator X. There was a really cool one. Let's see. You guys wanted to see the X? We're seeing them all over the place. Oh, the new job. It's been pretty good. It's kind of draining. It's been ridiculously busy sometimes. And it's really hard to come home after working like that and have any energy left to make a video. And then, I don't know, sometimes I just get, I don't know, overwhelmed with life. So keep praying for me, man. These are hard to do sometimes. There's a lot of stuff a lot of negative stuff. I don't see anything, I don't know, 50, 60, 100 people unsubscribe. Nobody watches it after the fact. So it's only for you guys that are really enjoying it. I know, but sometimes I kind of like this platform to show really complicated stuff because I can't do it in a 20-minute video or even a half an hour. What was I going to do? Man, I got lost my train of thought. I'm sorry. I had these things burning on the back. Oh, I know. All right. Let's see. Where are we at with these cloaking machines here? We have so many videos and stuff that comes in. It's just hard to keep it all in mind on the next video and show someone this stuff and then avoid a copyright strike on top of it. So if I get another one, look forward to my next backup channel. And this is again, feel free to use any of my stuff. You know, real truth or wood. This was submitted too. I'm sure you guys already seen this one. Another certain individual. It was submitted to me too. And you know, these people send these photos in. This is not a copyright strike. It was sent to me by email just the same as it is to other subscribers. MB3, somebody they submit it to a host of people that follow this. Look at this mirror. I think this has something to do with the Sun Simulator lensing system. Look at that. Even showed it. Like it must be coming from this. Yeah, that's really weird. Doesn't even have a straight path, right? I wonder if there's some kind of a ship underneath this thing. That's weird. Yeah, I don't know what to say about that one. It's something to do with the mirrors. Oh, we had, is it this one? Haha, yeah. That is, I think, we may all be seeing that one. basically unfolding. Whoa. Look at that. See, it started out a sundog here and here, and now it comes into this. And, you know, you would think it was a giant spaceship hovering ready to zap everybody on the Earth. Because how could this be anything normal? Oh, that's the chemtrails blocking. Really? I don't know. You just watch this thing unfold like you did the guy from the UK, and there's just nothing normal about this on a hot summer day. And they're always spraying chemtrails. Why does it always look cloud like this? Right? Huh. Well, let's see. We had anything else? So I wasn't prepared to be showing everybody else's videos. Only ones that I could remember at the time. I apologize if I didn't get to yours. I will try to get the ones that compel people to even watch. You'd be surprised some people don't watch these videos. It's pretty depressing, actually. Huh. All right. I guess I'm going to call it a night, everybody. Again, sorry for Blue Kool-Aid not showing up. I hope you guys appreciate this. Again, my dinner's getting cold and got to eat. And hopefully we can get together with Blue Kool-Aid and we can talk about even a little more about Space Force, but probably other relevant topics now. So, yeah, it does look like a planet, doesn't it? So, Tanis, thank you. Strawberry Skies, thank you all the moderators for being here. Mike Taylor. Yep, that's what these halos are. I've been saying it from the very beginning. Solar eclipses. And, oh yeah, one more thing. I'm trying to catch a pattern of this, but Planet X Hunter has been catching this. That we're beginning to see a giant V-shaped cloud that is basically filling up the whole sky. And that, I think, is what... Oh, yeah, Chet Victor, thank you very much for being here in the Super Chat. Hopkinson, thank you so much. Matt Man, thank you for being a moderator. Laura, Valley Girl, Conchita True Seeker. Oh, sorry, Conchita. You're like actually you're still early, but yet Mark couldn't make it. Hopefully this live stream will be recorded. If I don't go over 2 hours, you can rewatch it. You don't want to miss the part with the guy from the UK's footage. That was I thought that was pretty cool. We've seen all that crazy stuff, but when you got to see it grow from a sundog to that full light ring like I showed you earlier, that was really cool. So I'll go back and read your emails later. And you guys have a blessed day. We'll talk to you later. Bye, everyone.